Hello and welcome to Work Tools 123, the tools you really need at work. People talk a lot about stress, but what is it really? It's a physiological reaction that helps you react to a threat in your environment by either fighting or running away. Energy gets diverted. Your body shuts down projects that aren't immediately essential, growing, healing a wound. And it diverts that energy to critical things, like flooding your leg muscles with oxygen and energy. Three symptoms emerge: an elevated heart rate, an increase in blood pressure, and an increase in stress hormones. So what causes stress? In the past, it was things like being chased by predators. Today, there are different things. At work, it's things like fear and feeling you have no control. At home, it's fights with your spouse and your children. Brief stress is good, that's kind of the issue, but chronic stress is bad. Brief stress leads to high performance and efficiency, but chronic stress brings low performance and efficiency and disease, and that's the problem. Primates are really stress junkies, which means people and chimpanzees and monkeys are chronically stressed and can't turn off stress as easily as simpler animals. What chronic stress does? First off, it robs you of compassion. When you're stressed out, you tend to get tunnel vision and you don't notice the problems of your friends and family as much. Number two, it makes you sick and less productive. All those surges in heart rate and blood pressure can damage your circulatory system and create heart disease. You also become less productive. So how does stress trigger physical changes that make you sick? First off, there's heart disease. Three physical changes take place. You get constant surges in heart rate, blood pressure, and stress hormones. That surging heart rate and blood pressure creates tiny rips and pockmarks in your blood vessels where artery clogging deposits can build up, and that leads to high blood pressure and heart disease. Infections are another problem. Your body has less capacity to fight infections because it's constantly diverting resources to the stress responses, to the racing heart, the high blood pressure, and the stress hormones. When your body's devoting energy to these things, it has a lot less energy for other things like fighting infections. Chronic stress affects some people more than others. Dominant or aggressive personalities more than subordinate laid-back people. People who have a high-fat diet also have more risk. Overall, the four main risk factors are age. Older people feel stress more than younger. Exercise. People who exercise more feel less stress. Diet, high-fat diet adds to stress, and genetics. Again, the genetics are you a dominant personality or an aggressive, competitive person? And that leads to more stress. So how do you reduce chronic stress? Turns out there's something called Relaxation Response based on the principles of meditation found in many Eastern religions. First, you close your eyes, relax your muscles, and just sit still. Second, you focus on slow breaths and repeat a mantra. It can be something as simple as the word calm. If you're religious, you should use something from your religion. Lastly, you work to acknowledge and banish outside thoughts. If you're thinking of something bad, just bring it up in your mind, acknowledge it, and then try to put it out of your thoughts. So why does that work? Turns out there's a part of the brain called the amygdala, which focuses on vigilance, emotional response, and the fight or flight mechanism. Meditation blocks the fight or flight mechanism and focuses the amygdala on the vigilant but calm meditative state. That's why it works. That's it for today. Thanks for visiting Work Tools 123. See you next time.